Hello, everyone. Last couple of podcasts, we talked about some of this corruption that's existing within our government. We spoke about the huge amounts of money that the lobbyists are pumping into our politicians to the tune of $4.2 billion. And then the previous podcast, we spoke about how retired generals are also benefiting from the military industrial complex and these lobbyists that are being hired as consultants to be able to speak on their behalf and also influence foreign policy without the public knowing who is actually funding these people. So there's a corruption there also, and recently a four-star admiral has been indicted for taking bribes. Today, I want to talk about this third branch of our government, which is the judicial branch, the U.S. Supreme Court specifically. So a recent news article that just came out that our judges have been going on trips to Bali, have been getting concert tickets to Beyonce's concert, and signing these great book deals. So for example, Judge Clarence Thomas is evidently friends with a billionaire who has funded his trips to Bali, to some posh private clubs in Northern California, gave him a personal loan of about $267,000 to buy a luxury mobile home. And then we've got Justice Ketanji Brown, who's the one that took 4 tickets to the Beyonce concert, and has also signed a book to the tune of $890,000. Oh, by the way, she also got some couple of pieces of art worth about $12,000. Then we've got Justice Brett Kavanaugh. He's got a book deal of $340,000. Justice Neil Gorsuch has a book deal as well. His book deal is worth $250,000. And Justice Sotomayor, she's got a book deal worth only $87,000. So there's a problem here. These justices get paid pretty well. Approximately, an associate judge will get about $298,000. Chief Justice gets $312,000. So they get paid pretty well, and they're tenured for life. So that means they really don't need to go out and start, getting on these free trips and these boondoggles that they're going on, and these, go to concerts and whatnot. And the problem is this, because as the Supreme Court judges, they have a higher threshold to meet and to uphold. And the reason being is because the lower court judges have a code of conduct that they have to abide by, and this is setting the wrong example. Similarly, our congressmen are setting the wrong example because now they're going Congress purely for money, because they get millions of dollars donated to their political action committees that they use for a posh lifestyle, which the common person doesn't have. The common person has to work hard to make ends meet. So while our politicians and our elected officials, which include judges also because they're elected as well, are operating on a different plane. And there's an incredible amount of corruption that's going on. And we need to clean this up very rapidly. And the reason for that is because great empires typically collapse from within. They start rotting from within. Why does a billionaire get access to a chief justice? Does a common person? Could I get access to Justice Thomas? Absolutely not. They throw me. They tell me to go away. So why does a billionaire get access? So it's all about access to politicians, and it's access to judges, and it's access to the White House. That's what these people are getting for the money that they're contributing or the free trips they're giving. So we need to be very, very careful of that. Now, on a good note, the Supreme Court last November came out with a code of conduct. The problem I have with that is that code of conduct was written by them. I read the document. It is pretty good, and the Congress's response was, well, it's a good first step. That's what, Schumer and Durbin, the majority leaders, said in Congress, that, hey, it's a good first step. The issue I have with that is it's the Congress's responsibility to enforce legislation. It's not Supreme Court's responsibility to police themselves. Congress should be enacting laws to enforce their conduct. And not only their conduct, but also Congress's conduct. These laws have to be passed to clean up our government. And unfortunately, Congress can't do that because it's well known that most of them are making money, big money. So so we've got the symbiotic relationship between all the branches of government, which is really contributing to the corruption that we've got going on in our government. If we don't wake up to this as Americans, we're doomed. I mean, that's the bottom line, because we're starting to rot from within. There's outside influences. I mean, we've talked about foreign countries contributing money to our political process. We've got lobbyists contributing vast amounts of money. As we spoke, $4.2 billion is a lot of money that's coming in, being pumped into our political process. And why? For what? For access. And that's what they want, which, one man, one vote. It's not one person, how much money you got, and how much money can you give me to get access. That's not what we're based upon. And that's not what our Constitution says. It means one person, one vote. And it's really sad to see that even our Supreme Court is involved in these shenanigans. And they shouldn't be. They should be, uphold the law, and they should be transparent, and they should make sure there's no appearance of impropriety. None whatsoever. That's what we're all about. We got to stay alert and stay rugged. That's all I got. Khan out.